tonight. Merry Christmas. Holy Christmas. Holy Christmas. So good to have you here on this night. And every Christmas, I have to tell you, I have a vision. A vision. And the vision is this: swirling chaos. Maybe you have the same vision as I do. Swirling chaos. And it's like lights are going different directions, and they're coming in and out of focus and cascading on me. And it's back and forth and up and down, and it's out of control. Out of control. I don't know if you have the vision of out of control in the choir sometimes. You sound so in control tonight. That's awesome. But it's out of control. It's this vision. And as our world enters Christmas time of 2023, the year of our Lord, it feels to me out of control. A little out of control. The images, and it seems that my vision is becoming truer for me this year. The images coming out of Gaza and Israel every day are searing. Bombs, huge bombs, plowing in to buildings in Gaza, missiles falling in Israel, hostages. Horrible things are happening. Horrible things are happening. And fittingly, Christmas has been canceled this year in Bethlehem, or as I've told it, the proper term is suspended. But all the news lines say Christmas is canceled. Is my vision coming true? Chaos, lights spinning out of control. Extreme politics seem to be canceling Christmas in our world, in our life. Extreme people on either side getting rid of the people in the middle. Extreme voices seem to dominate our communities. Women's rights over their own bodies and lives seem to be in jeopardy. We argue endlessly over our border, racial equality, climate chaos, common sense gun laws. Even our dogs are arguing extreme points of view now. I mentioned that this morning. Yes, dogs have entered the political discussion. If you don't know, there's a culture war among dogs right now. Did you know that dogs are taking sides? Maybe did, maybe didn't. Dogs are actually taking sides right now. There are a few different ways of training dogs that are out there, and one way is it's called positive reinforcement. And positive reinforcement means that the only feedback you give to the dog is positive. If they do something well, you give them lots of treats. If they do something bad, you just don't do anything. Lots of treats, lots of petting, lots of praise. There's another type of training called balanced dog training, where sometimes you have to yank back on that collar. Sometimes there's like an e-collars, a little bit of a shock. Or for the dogs that just don't get the hint, sometimes there's a collar that'll really get their attention just by moving in on them. I know Karn is zooming in from Chamonix, France right now, and they have a beautiful dog, Scout, there. And it's hard to get Scout's attention sometimes. Beautiful German Shepherd. But so dogs have entered into politics. And so right now there's a culture war going on among dog trainers. In fact, there are accusations against the ones that do positive training. They're called leftist woke radicals. Even the dogs are arguing. Even the dogs are arguing. So it seems like my Christmas time vision of chaos is coming true. It's coming true. Crazy, shifting, out of control. On even to the dogs. And at times like this, at times like these in my life, I like to turn back to a powerful Christmas song from the past to root me in the moment. So Leah, can you start playing our mystery carol? With all the chaos in the world, in my life I look back to my childhood years when Christmas was uncomplicated and new and wondrous. We've all had losses in our life. And some people will be missing from our Christmas table and our Christmas tree this year. They're not there anymore. They're not there anymore. People have died. People have left us. And we remember them especially this time of year. Divorce, broken relationships. Who is not at our tree and table this year? My twin daughters, how dare they, grew up and left me and became wonderful, loving adults. How dare they? Karen's in Chamonix right now. Becca's down in Florida. Even my lovely wife Patricia's with her dad, fittingly, in Florida. The song Leah's playing is called I'll Be Home for Christmas. The title of my sermon was a giveaway. It was written in World War II. It was the #1 song for people overseas in World War II. I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents on the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. And then the last line that kicks you in the gut. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams. Because you can't go back. There's been so much loss. Because many knew that were listening to this, that they were not going to be home for Christmas, and in fact, they never came home for Christmas ever again. With all the loss in our life, many of us will not make it back to a full table at Christmas this year. And then I remember the real reason for my vision. With all those lights going out of control, I remember when I was a child, 2, 3, 4 years old, we would go to my grandparents' house in DeFreeseville, New York. Who here has been to DeFreeseville? That's right, nobody. It's across the Hudson River from Albany. DeFreeseville, New York, where a bunch of Ukrainians settled. DeFreeseville, my grandfather was a carpenter there. And we'd go back to this house, and it was so great to be back for Christmas at my grandparents' house. But we didn't know about things like that I had cold air asthma. I was very sensitive to cigarette smoke. My parents are still figuring out things. And my grandpa and others in the house smoked a minimum of 4 packs a day. So imagine a beautiful Christmas, smoke coming down like this. And then I would get sick. I'd get a fever. I'd be so sick, so stuffed up. And then the chaos would come, and the lights would be shifting back and forth and back and forth. I had a fever, horrible fever, and it would break invariably in the middle of the night before the dawn of Christmas, and those lights shifting up and down, up and down. My mother was in a rocking chair. So that's why Christmas tree was going up and down, all night long. Nobody else was awake. She was with me all through the night, holding on to me through my sickness and breaking of the fever. This is a sign for me how we are also held all through the night by our God. In an unstable world, we can depend upon the gift from the manger. In a world with so much loss, we can depend that God is really with us, shown to us in the life and love and resurrection of Jesus, who shows us just how to live and to love in this very crazy world. Jesus is with us all through the night. God is with us all through the night. Emmanuel, all through the night. So my special message, especially for those who are struggling right now, come home for Christmas. Emmanuel, that's what Christmas is. Finding how God breaks through to us. And it's that, in fact, been holding us all along through our nights. We have never been abandoned. We are always being held in love, all through the night. Thanks be to God.